Now let's talk about my next solution, but before I do that, I wore this tie in the last video. That's much better. Yeah, that's better. So the next problem I have to deal with, the problem that we have to deal with, is not actually a solution that I came up, The climate adaptation was a solution that I actually came up with. Only one person I know talked about it. That was back when the California governor, Gavin Newsom, had a recall, and the only Democratic that challenged him talked about the climate adaptation type deal, but he only talked about the southern part. He didn't talk about the whole thing I talked about. But the problem that I'm going to talk about on this one is business. A lot of small businesses out there are failing, especially the restaurant, the fast food industry, the entertainment industry. COVID hit them hard. And before COVID, a lot of businesses were failing, small businesses, because they didn't have their act together. So like I said, these solutions are not actually solutions that I came up with. These are solutions that's been out there for successful owners, using these every day throughout their operation, in order to make their business more successful, This is how successful people do it. So this is not actually something I came up with, but I broke it down into 10 solutions, to solve this problem that we have with businesses. Now, step 1 through 3 are on PowerPoint. But step 4 is actually on Excel. I do have a screenshot, I believe, on PowerPoint, but it's actually broken down in Excel in a matrix, but you can see all that on Google's, on Worksheet and Slides. Presentation, PowerPoint, and Slides, and Excel is Worksheet and Google. So now I was a cook, back in the days, a chef cook, short order, so I know a lot about the restaurant industry. So I modeled these solutions after the restaurant industry, but like I say, this can apply to small businesses that fit the criteria, if they fit the criteria. Now, if you like what I'm saying, you can subscribe, comment below, give me some feedback. I'm going to try to do a live on this. I'm going to try to, get some live interaction, feedback, response on this to actually help these small businesses. Now, plus I also have a special for you at the end. The businesses can use for the marketing tactics on how to get people, on how to promote and get people into their business. I call this business social media boost. And you can tell right there, social media. So I'm going to use social media to help businesses get better, because this is the modern time and you have to jump into the modern time, get with the times, use social media. It's about the cheapest marketing tool out there, free, sometimes, the businesses, so it's still cheap. So use that, and I'm going to show you some strategies on how to use that with your employees and how to get, and with other people, like I said, you're going to like this, with other people, and you can figure out how that you can get more customers with these strategies. And these are strategies that I came up with. This is Colekickin It Solution that I came up with. Nobody else came up with, So these are proprietary strategies, processes, operations that I came up with in order for you to do better. And what is the problem we're having with businesses? So first, let's identify the problem. Now the first step, we need to identify the problem, right? Now what is the problem with these small businesses? First of all, you're probably not making a profit. You're not making enough money for your business to survive. You're not being successful. You need to make a profit in order for your business to keep going. You can dream and wish it away and all that, but if you owe money to the banks and the creditors, they will be knocking at your door. They will come after you. And you have to shut it down. That's the reality, and you can say you're a failure and all that. But if you can handle it, if you can figure out a way to start making a profit, then you can get back at it. You can get the banks back in line and the credit, the loan and all that, and you can keep your business going and be successful. So that's number one. You need to start making money, make a profit. Number two, what the problem is, you're not getting enough employees, or you're not keeping your employees. You're not getting enough employees to, handle your business operation. They might not be the right employees, quality employees. Turnover rate is high. You don't want to pay, and even if you do get some employees, they might not stay that long, so the training, the paperwork, and all that stuff you have to go through, so you're having a problem with employee turnover or just not getting enough employees. Number three is customers. Now, even if you had customers, you're probably losing customers. Even with the COVID, the pandemic, the same with the employees. You wasn't, getting enough employees in, he wasn't getting enough customers in. And now, even though the pandemic is pretty much over with, you're still not getting enough customers in, or you still just can't get enough customers, period. You need to get more customers, and you're not getting enough customers, and enough quality customers at least, So you got to figure out how to get more customers. Those are your 3 problems. Not making enough profit, not getting employees in line or keeping employees, and not getting the customers or keeping the customers. Those are your 3 problems right there. Step 1. So now let's go to step 2. Review. What is the deal? Now, if you look at the profit side, basically, you need to look at your books, your numbers, and all that, and figure out, other businesses more successful. You need to review and see what's going on, why you're not making enough money. With employees, basically the same thing. Look at other people, look at other businesses, look at the internet. You need to inform yourself on how to retain your employees and get the good quality employees. Your interviews have got to be golden enough to get the right employees. Sometimes it's got to be the interview. A lot of interviews are just not good enough, so that's why you probably get those sorry employees, So, and number 3, the customers. You need to figure out how these other businesses are getting the customers. You need to check out your whole service plan, your whole promotions. You need to check all that stuff out. You need to review all these problems. Your customers, your employees, your profit, Like I said, look at them 360 view, check it out. Make sure you know exactly what the problem is with your business. And then you can go to step 3. Step 3 is the solutions. Now, before we get into the solutions, I want to tell you this. Now, if you're in business anyway, you need to like what you're doing in that business. If you don't like and enjoy what you're doing, then you need to get out of that business and do something else. That goes for anything you're doing. If you turn the hustle into a business, that's good because you like that hustle, evidently. But if you're doing a business just to make money off of it and you don't like it, it's not going to work out. I'm telling you, it's not going to work out because you don't have the enthusiasm to keep the business going. And if you don't have the enthusiasm, it just drip down to everybody else. So you got to like what you're doing. Now, what is our first solution? Number 1, know your competition. Know where your competition is at. Know how much air they're sucking up out of your business. Because if they're competition, then they're sucking up air out of your sales, your marketing, and all that, especially if they're successful. Do not open I can't pronounce it. Barsta. Do not open a coffee shop next to a Starbucks. Do not open a coffee shop next to a Starbucks. It's not a good idea because Starbucks is big and everything, and the only customers you'll get is the ones that like cheap coffee and just don't want to go in there, deal with all other that quality and everything, to write this, to write that, Starbucks. So you need to know your competition. You can also learn off your competition. Don't be proud. Go over there, check them out. You don't necessarily have to introduce yourself. You can be a spy. Check them out, see what they're doing. You can learn off of them. Not copy, basically, but learn off of what they're doing, and you can apply that to your model, make you more successful. So know your competition because they're out there, and they know you probably, whether you like it or not. But if you're too small, then they definitely don't know you. Number 2, employees are your number 1 asset. Pay is first. Let me repeat that. Employee pay is first because they are your number 1 asset. Employees are your number 1 asset. What is the reason that employees go to work? To get paid. And maybe they might like the coworker, maybe they might like the job, like a gamer or something like that, astronaut. That's all cool. But they go to work to get paid to pay their bills. I expect them to pay their bills. So if somebody's paying more money, then they're going to go to them. So your employees are your number 1 assets. And you got the right employees, you need to pay them. If you got employees that's, making $10 an hour and your competition is paying $10 an hour, maybe $11 an hour, then you need to pay your employees $15 an hour. If the competition is paying $20 an hour, then you need to pay your employees $25 an hour. You need to always up one so you can get those employees, because employee pay is something employees or potential employees always look at when they go to a job. And when they get to the job and they're the right person, the right quality person, then bam, the business can be successful just like that, because they are your number 1 asset. They're going to get that business moving, But if they're not the right employees, and that all goes to the interview. You got to have the right interviews to bring in the right people, So employee pay is first. I can't stress that enough, Number 3, curb appeal. Curb appeal is attraction to your business from the outside, basically. If your business is not attractive enough, why should I go inside your business, Why should I go in there and sit down and eat or bring somebody else, And, if the inside is not good, if the outside is not good, I'm definitely thinking the inside is not going to be good. And if the inside is not good, I might not eat that much, I might just eat a little something, leave, or just leave anyway, and not recommend, tell people to stay away, because the business curb appeal. You need to have good signage. You need to have attractive storefront, office, whatever you have, in order to bring the people in, You need to look nice. You need to be clean, tidy, quality. Quality businesses get quality people and get the money. But if it's not quality, then you're gonna bring in none of the people that don't have the money, the business is not gonna be successful. So you need to make sure your business is maintained. Spend that money. Spend that money on maintenance. Fix those signs yourself. Make sure people are cleaning and keeping the business upkeep, and make sure it definitely looks good from the outside. That's curb appeal. Number 3. Number 4, analyze your sales. You need to analyze your sales. You need to know your books. You need to know your numbers. Math should be your number 1 subject, in my opinion. I really like math. It's my number 1 subject. And grocery stores these days will definitely teach you math. You go into a store, they offer you 2 for $5 or 3 for $6. Which one would you take? 2 for $5, 3 for $6. Go. 3 for $6. Because 2 for $5 or 2.50, 3 for $6 is $2. So you'll take that one. So you need to analyze your books. You need to know your numbers. You need to know what they look like. If you don't know your numbers, then you need to bring somebody in to figure out your numbers so they can tell you your numbers. Somebody that you trust, like an accountant or somebody, to know your books, statistics, feedback from customers. You got to have all the square footage per sales, customer acquisition costs, customer acquisition, how many people you bringing in with your marketing. You need to know these numbers so you know where you're at on your business, then you know if you're successful or not, or you're being successful or not. If not, then you need to do something to get those numbers back up. So analyze your sales and know where all your numbers, your inventory, all that stuff, know where it's at. Get Excel, Google Sheets, whatever, and get to it. Number 5, communication and training. That's important, So once you got these employees, these assets, communication and training is very important. A lot of people I notice seem like they don't want to talk no more these days. And communication is what we use, it's our best skill, y'all. It's our best skill on how we interact and do things, and get stuff done, But if you're not communicating to your employees, guess what? Then they're not communicating to each other, and they're probably not communicating to the customers, and nobody's communicating. Because if you don't communicate from the top, everything drips down to the bottom, They're not communicating. So you need to communicate to them, let them know what's up, status report. You need to train them definitely on what they're doing, everything. You need to have it broke down in manuals, the training procedure, the process on how to do that, the protocol, what to do if this doesn't work, if A doesn't work, B doesn't work, So you need to have that ready for the employees and make sure they're up to speed once they start operating. So you make sure your business is rolling. Without the training, I'm telling you, it's going to be, and customers are going to notice that, and they're not going to want to come back because you're all confused and all scatterbrained all over the place, and ain't no telling what you got, So, bam, communication training. Number 5. Number 6, you have to notice your customer to appreciate your customer. Notice your customer. As soon as the customer walks through that front door, you need to know them, know what's up, and say, hey, how you doing? If you're busy, sir, we'll be right with you, ma'am, we'll be right with you in a second, Bam, get them seated, situated, drink or anything, if you can, whatever you can do, keep the conversation, that goes with communication, keep that conversation where the customer is nice and situated and, ready to be served, to process whatever you got to do to them, and then when they leave, thank you, come again. That stuff goes a long way, You need to notice your customer once they come into your business till when they leave, Not spying on your customer and, creeping them out and anything like that. But you have to make them feel like they are aware that you appreciate the business, that you appreciate their money going into your cash register. So you have to appreciate your customer, when they walk through that door. Always try to appreciate the customer, because the customers are the boss at the end of the day. Number 7, you need to change the bad or get rid of it. Change the bad or get rid of it. Out of that, If you got something bad going on, it's only going to bring your business down. you should know this. It's just life. Change the bad. If you can't train it and get it up to speed, whatever it is, as a person, a customer, a product, a service, a supplier, whatever, change it, or get rid of it, because you just can't really be successful when you have something that's dragging you down. You can basically on the borderline. You definitely can't afford to be, And if it's your friend, if it's your family member, I'm so sorry. It's a business, They have to be more business minded. If they really like you, then they need to support you on the business, no matter who it is, no matter what it is. Change the bad or get rid of it. What's that? Number 8, know your weaknesses. You need to know your weaknesses because everybody has weakness. We're all human beings. We have weaknesses, so you need to know yours. Find out what your weaknesses are. If you don't know what your weaknesses are, get somebody to help you find out what your weaknesses are. Hopefully somebody you trust, professional, advisor or whatever, just get somebody to help you find out your weaknesses because you have weaknesses, and the more you suppress or isolate or whatever you can do to, minimize your weaknesses, the better, But if you can't, then so be it, just try to do as best as you can with your weaknesses, but you need to know them. And that's the main thing. So know your weaknesses. 9, have a dedicated pickup and delivery person. And this can apply to other small businesses too, just like it applies to restaurants and fast food, but try to have a dedicated pickup person. One person, sole purpose is to make sure that pickup and delivery is being taken care of. Not the in-shop, not the inventory in the back and all that. Make sure the pickup and delivery is being taken care of, because pickup and delivery for restaurants and small fast food businesses is probably 30-40% of your income, of your revenue. So you need to have a dedicated person, focus on it, have a system, have a process, that they can have, or they come up with, that they can work back and forth. Now, if you don't have Grubhub or Uber Eats or DoorDash or Postmates or any of those delivery companies contracted, you basically probably can start your own delivery deal, in-house, where you're delivering yourself. But make sure, you have the delivery tight and one person dedicated, not running off doing other things, dedicated to delivery to make sure it's running in and out. Because if you're not moving product in and out, and a lot of customers just can't get to you, whether it's snowing, raining, pregnant, I don't know, whatever reason, they just can't get to you, like they used to, or they might want to have some of your food and service, but they just can't get there, So make sure your delivery is tight, a dedicated delivery pickup person and a system that they can use in order to operate and get that food or service moving in and out. Dedicated pickup delivery person, number 9. All right, number 10. This is it, the final one, and you're gonna like this one. This one is basically talking about promoting your business. Look a little bit closer. Promoting your business through social media. Social media, like I said from the jump, is cheap and pretty much free in a lot of instances, so you can promote your business through social media or just promote your business period. Get out the flyers, go to a printer and see what kind of brochures and stuff that you can make, but you have to think up your strategy on how you want to promote. What are you trying to do as far as goals and getting customers, and and spend that money basically, but you have to promote business cards, whatever, QRC codes, you can use all that stuff, but QR codes, I said QRC, my bad. QR codes, I don't think they do make QRC. Anyway, promote your business. You need to promote your business and get the word out and let people know that you're here and you're ready to hook them up as long as they hook you up, right? So promote your business. Now, the special treat that I have with this on promotion, I'm going to talk about that in the next video, right? Let's talk about that in the next video. So stay tuned. I'm going to have a link basically that you can check that out, because you're going to like this. You're going to want to go to this. So don't forget, check this out. It's called Business Social Media Boost. business social media boost. And this will definitely boost businesses, a strategy, a process that I came up with that other businesses and other people haven't thought of yet. This is Colekickin It Solution, business boost social media. So check that out, in my other video. So step 4, because that was just step 3 for all the solutions, So we did step 1, step 2, step 3 the solution. Like I said, step 4 is going to be on Excel. It's going to be on a worksheet in Google worksheet Excel. And I do have a graphic on PowerPoint slide, but it's basically going to be on the worksheet type in Excel Google Slides. So you'll see it broken down. You'll see the 3 problems, and you'll see the 10 solutions, and you'll see how they come together as far as the matrix, and that's why I put it in that way. So you can review your problems and solutions. The solutions I just came up with, and those 3 problems that a lot of small businesses have. Go ahead and check that out and break that down. I probably have a link somewhere, I don't know exactly, but I have a link, so check that out. Step 5, now you know what step 5 is, right? Step 1, 2, 3, 4, review the problem and solution. Step 5 is time to execute and present. Now I don't need to show you any graphics on that because that's all on you. That's all on you to go ahead and follow this step, follow this process. If you're having trouble, please check this out, because I'm sure a lot of this stuff can help you out. This is the successful route on how to make your business more successful, but you have to actually execute it. Now, if you don't have the financing, I don't know what you say about that. You just don't have the money to do it, and then you might not succeed. But if you do have the financing, if you do get the money and you can invest and you can do these things in order to make your business better, then I'm telling you, like I said, you're going to be successful. So check this out. This is Colekickin It Business Boost Solutions. Colekickin It Solution Business Boost. So check this out. And if you like it, just comment, subscribe. Please give me some love, give me some feedback. I want to do some feedback to show you how all this stuff works. What I'm talking about ain't bullshit, This is the real deal on how businesses can be successful. So check it out. Colekickin It Solution Business Boost 2023. The next problem you'll see when I come back. But for now, I'm out of here.